Managers are likely sweating it out over the next few days, and not because of the hot weather. 30 teams had to submit their list of protected players by yesterday, and today those lists were revealed with some intriguing names being left off. The ball is now in Ron Francis's court as he and the Seattle Kraken brass will ultimately decide on Wednesday how their team will begin to look. But let's take a look at some of the notable names who were left unprotected from Canadian clubs. Yes, Carey Price, the Habs franchise leader in games played, wins, saves, ranks third in shutouts, while Shea Weber's 106 career power play goals ranked 10th all-time among blue liners. Mark Giordano has won the Norris Trophy, the only Norris Trophy in Flames history. Travis Dermott and Mason Appleton are attractive targets as they come with a cap hit of $1.5 million and $900,000 respectively. The Leafs didn't protect forward Jared McCann either, who they just acquired yesterday from the Penguins. For more on the protected lists, we're joined by NHL analyst Mike Johnson. Lots of notable names left exposed by the Canadian teams, Mike. Which ones caught your eye?
Yeah, it really feels like there's a few teams that are going to lose important players. And you start with Calgary. They're likely going to lose Mark Giordano, their captain. They don't want to do that, just the way their salaries are structured and the defense and the way the numbers worked out. They're going to lose their captain. That's going to be tough. The Winnipeg Jets are going to lose Dylan DeMello or Mason Appleton, two guys that offer good value on good contracts, something that all teams need, Winnipeg included, and the Toronto Maple Leafs as well, whether it's Dermott, whether it's Kerfoot, whether it's the new Jared McCann. One of those three guys are going to be leaving. Those three guys could all help Toronto next year. So those three teams, I think, are all looking at this expansion draft thinking, we're going to lose someone we wish we had on our team next year. The other four Canadian teams, while they'll lose good players and they'll lose guys they like and that can contribute, they are all going to be okay with whatever the result is, whether it's losing a big name, big price player like Carey Price or a more serviceable role player. I think those teams, the other four teams, are okay with whatever the result is of the expansion draft.
Well, you mentioned the big money guys, and across the board, we're seeing a number of high-priced players being left available. Do you think this is a trend, teams just daring Seattle to select these players?
Little game of chicken right now, Glenn. I think it's a real adjustment from Vegas. Part of it is the salary cap staying flat, so these contracts are getting more and more difficult to absorb and to handle if you're not getting great production. But the other part of it is that teams are adjusting. Last time with Vegas, a lot of those high-priced players were protected, and it was younger guys that were made available or younger guys that were positioned to not take that cost teams extra assets. This time around, I think the NHL clubs have wisened up. We'll protect the young guys that are on good value. We'll say, you want Matt Duchene at $8 million? Go ahead. You want Tarasenko at $7.5? Go ahead. You want Carey Price at $10.5? Go ahead. Those contracts are not offering good value right now, so we like the players. We don't like the contracts. We're going to dare you to take them and absorb that money. That is very different than what happened with Vegas last time around.
Oh, it's going to be an interesting few days. We'll have all the answers soon as the expansion draft goes on Wednesday. Thanks for this.